The internet can turn something small into something huge, and that's exactly what's happening right now with Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. A few pictures of them enjoying a peaceful day by the lake were meant to show a couple spending time together, but instead, they have become the center of non-stop arguments and gossip. What looked like simple posts have turned into a bigger scandal than a reality TV plotline. The reaction has been so overwhelming that people close to Selena say she has decided to hold back any wedding-related videos or behind-the-scenes footage that she had originally planned to share. To understand why things got this messy, we need to go back to her bachelorette party. It was supposed to be a special, fun moment with her closest friends. But once the photos surfaced online, the backlash was immediate. People didn't just share casual thoughts, they went straight for harsh criticism. Her outfits were mocked, her body was ridiculed, and her spending choices were attacked. Some even accused her of flirting with other men to make Benny jealous. Instead of letting her enjoy a once-in-a-lifetime event, the internet tore it apart, turning it into something ugly and painful. Not long after that, whispers began about Selena's team planning to release documentary-style content around her wedding. It would have given her a chance to show her story on her own terms, rather than letting tabloids and paparazzi control the narrative. From a business point of view, it also made sense, since wedding exclusives are always in high demand. But after the way her bachelorette was received, reports say Selena began to rethink whether opening up her private moments was worth all the negativity. The most upsetting part is the contradiction. Fans say they want celebrities to be authentic, to share real pieces of their lives. Yet, when Selena tries to do exactly that, she gets picked apart by the same people who ask for honesty. It's a frustrating cycle. If stars keep their lives private, they're accused of being fake. If they share something personal, they get criticized for being too open. This contradiction showed up again when those lake photos with Benny went public. The pictures weren't shocking. They showed two people smiling, hugging, and enjoying each other's company in a calm, natural setting. They looked happy and comfortable, yet instead of focusing on that, critics attacked her again. Some said she was showing off her relationship too much, while others claimed she was opening herself up to unnecessary judgment. This highlights a double standard celebrities can't escape. If they hide their relationships, people accuse them of being secretive. If they share their happiness, they're labeled attention seekers. No matter what choice they make, they're criticized. In Selena's case, it feels like every decision is put under a microscope, waiting for people to pick it apart. The debate has even pulled in so-called studies that suggest couples who post too much about their relationships are trying to cover up problems. But that kind of thinking doesn't apply to everyone. Not every couple who shares their happiness online is insecure. Sometimes it's simply about wanting to let others be part of their joy. With Selena, it's even more complicated because she doesn't run her own social media accounts anymore. She has been open about stepping away from the internet years ago because of how badly negative comments affected her mental health. To protect herself, she handed over control of her accounts to her team, who now handle the posting. This distance helps her avoid constant exposure to hate and keeps her grounded. That's why whenever something personal does get posted, it's not random. It's carefully considered. Knowing that makes the lake photos more meaningful, because they likely came from a place of real happiness she felt comfortable sharing. Still, the reaction has been mixed, largely because of who she's with. Benny Blanco has never been fully accepted by a big part of her fan base. Many continue to leave comments suggesting she could do better, or that she doesn't look right with him. This ongoing negativity doesn't just affect public perception, it creates a toxic cloud over their relationship. Planning a wedding is already stressful, but when millions of strangers are dissecting every choice, it becomes an almost impossible task. For Selena, this is especially painful because she should be living through one of the best times of her life. She's preparing to marry someone she loves, yet every step she takes is overshadowed by online debates. Instead of excitement and joy, she's stuck dealing with pressure, judgment, and criticism from people who don't even know her. What should be private, cherished memories are being turned into controversies that keep stealing her happiness. It's becoming clearer why Selena might decide to keep more of her personal life away from the public eye. The stress of constant criticism during such a meaningful time has to feel exhausting. Fans may want regular glimpses into her private world, but the reality is that the non-stop judgment can push even the strongest people into silence. Her situation is a reminder of how unfairly celebrities are treated. People often forget that behind the fame, they are still human beings with feelings, relationships, and fragile moments. Sharing something joyful online should never have to mean opening yourself up to cruelty. Yet that is exactly what Selena has been dealing with as she tries to move forward with her life. Watching this unfold from the outside feels discouraging, especially because Selena has always been one of the most open and genuine public figures. Her career has been built on honesty. She has spoken about her health struggles, her emotional battles, and her personal growth without trying to present a flawless image. That authenticity made people connect with her. But now, the very openness that made her beloved is being used against her. And that contradiction makes the situation even sadder. This isn't just about Selena and Benny anymore. It reflects the toxic culture that social media has created. Stars are pressured to let fans in, but the moment they do, they are ripped apart. This cycle doesn't just harm the celebrities, It also shapes how much fans will get to see in the future. If Selena chooses to keep her wedding and other personal milestones private, it will be because of the harsh way people responded when she did open up. Ironically, fans may end up losing the closeness they wanted, all because they couldn't accept her choices with respect. The lake photos show this pattern perfectly. They weren't staged to shock anyone or to start controversy. They simply showed two people who care about each other, relaxing outdoors, laughing, and enjoying themselves. Still, even something that simple became a target for criticism. The fact that harmless images can spark such intense backlash shows just how toxic online spaces have become. What makes it worse is that the negativity drowns out the positives in Selena's life. Right now, she seems genuinely content with Benny Blanco. Her career is strong, she's doing well in music and acting, and her beauty brand has become one of the most successful celebrity businesses today. On top of that, she has been open about protecting her mental health and setting boundaries so she can focus on peace and stability. From the outside, this looks like one of the most balanced periods in her life. Yet, instead of celebrating that, critics prefer to stir up unnecessary drama. The impact on her mental health shouldn't be overlooked. Selena has always been open about her struggles with anxiety and depression, and how much effort it takes to manage them. To face constant negativity about her body, her choices, and her relationship can only make things harder. For someone who has already admitted how delicate her mental state can be, relentless criticism risks undoing the progress she has worked for. That's why it makes sense if she decides to step back from sharing so much. It may be the only way to protect herself. For those who truly care about her, this should be an eye-opener. Supporting someone doesn't mean agreeing with every single thing they do. It means respecting their happiness and allowing them to live on their own terms. Even if some fans don't like Benny or don't understand her choices, it's still her decision. Real supporters know that respect is part of love. This situation also shows how complicated being a celebrity has become in the age of social media. Every post comes with risks. For someone like Selena, who has always valued her connection with fans, having to question whether sharing a simple photo could spark hate must be exhausting. It strips away the joy of sharing in the first place. What happens next could reshape how open she is in the future. If she decides to keep her wedding completely private, it would be very different from how transparent she has been in the past. While it might shield her from negativity, it would also distance her from the people who once felt so close to her. And the irony is hard to ignore. The same people who accuse stars of being fake are often the ones who attack them for being real. Part of what has always made Selena stand out is her honesty. She has never hidden her struggles, and that made her relatable in an industry obsessed with perfection. If the negativity forces her to stop sharing, then everyone loses. She loses the safe space she created with her fans, and the fans lose access to the authenticity that drew them to her in the first place. At the end of it all, celebrities are just people. They deserve the right to happiness, love, and privacy when they want it. Expecting them to share every detail while also being immune to criticism is unrealistic. If fans truly want genuine moments, they need to create an environment of respect where those moments can exist. So while this story centers on Selena and Benny, it points to something bigger. If people want honesty from celebrities, they have to protect it instead of punishing it.